All right, so now we need to look at her hair and find that charging port. Wait, am I stupid? Am I stupid? Oh wait, here is a piece. So here's a little hole in her head. That's probably for the air, for when the suction is activated. And everything else I need to figure out. She did come with a quick connect adapter threaded into her head already. Okay, so this is going to be very difficult. I just checked the manual. I'm going to try and zoom in. This is as far as we can go. I'll probably try and get the camera a little bit closer. As you can see at my finger right here, that's the on-off button. And there is a little charge port right there. So it is in between the hairlines. So if I hold this, I can feel a button. I think we need to charge her up first. So also a small little hiccup from the factory. They gave me a power brick for, I think, the United States or the UK. And there's a USB cable in there, USB-C, but I have a power brick right next to the lady for my lighting. And I can actually use one of those USB ports to charge up the head. And this is a little plug. Might be for the air vent if you want to close that off. So I'm going to put that in the box right here in the sack, in the bag. All right, so we've been pretty much charging her for about an hour now. So we're going to plop her back on and see what she can do. If there's anything I can show. There we go. Okay. She is on. So if I put her on D. There we go. It says we have to hold the button, but we actually don't need to do that. Maybe you can probably hear it now. Put the camera down and then go up a little bit. That's a lot easier to see. There you go. So that like completely vibrates and everything. Like I said, I don't even know if I can get away on YouTube with this. It sounds pretty cool. It looks cool. So that's the D function, which is the tongue. B we can do because that's heating. And C is the suction. Oh, you can do that all at the same time. Okay, so holding it turns it off. And if you press the button again, which we did with D, which is the tongue movement, you can actually make it go faster. Wow. Meow, she's saying meow. So I didn't even know that there were so many options. That's pretty insane. You can really see the tongue like really move like that as well, like it's jello almost. Now it's off, so that's 0. And this is the normal function, where it's just chill. So yeah, technically you could French kiss her or just, you know, put your other thing in and have fun with her that way. And then there's, of course, like I said, there's heating, there is suction, and there's vibration. Those are the 3 things that you can use. They have an A button on here, which is the top one, but there's no function for that. It doesn't do anything. Maybe they could make that like an like a pair function for the remote and the thing if you ever lose the connection. But you know, other than that, really cool stuff. Look at it go. So, and then when we have turned off the functions, you can just, you know, put her mouth closed like that. She's gonna look normal. And then if I have to go over to the button, I feel the button, holding it down for 3 seconds and then turning it off, and then it should go off. There is like a blue little flashlight or a light flashing. and that probably indicates if it's still on or it has like a specific connection or anything. But other than that, it should probably either go off with the button press or it has an auto off function. Normally, all those electric things have that function, so that's really nice. So yeah. All right now we're charging her up again because I only demoed her for a short bit and I only charged her for an hour, but she can probably take a lot more charge, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 hours. I have to ask TopFireDoll what the specifications are from the charging time and everything else, and how long she can stay on with all the modes enabled. But this is really cool. So I actually put in a specific plug that just reaches into the silicone, and all I have to do now is just boop, put on the magnet, and she's charging. So that's really nice. Actually hoped I had a shorter adapter, but I think this is fine for the hair going over it. Hopefully there's no hair going to be inside. Oh, there's not going to be inside because there's a magnet there. So that's good. So there's not going to be hair going in anytime soon, which is nice. So boop, we just throw that on, and maybe there's her hair in between now. Come on, there you go. Red light goes on, and then it's charging. Now, what I also would like to know is if I press the button now, okay, you heard the sound. It does work. Now it's flashing. So that means I can, yeah, it's working. So I'm gonna turn it off. And then 1, 2, 3. It should go off after a while, if I'm not mistaken. It's still flashing. So do I have to hold it till it goes away? Yeah, there you go. When you hold it, you can actually see the light go from bright blue, and then it goes a little bit darker, and then it's off if you remove your fingers, or your finger in this case. So the button is, like I said, very tactile. You can really feel it underneath here. You can hear it as well. So that's a really nice design. All right, this is going to be very difficult to just turn on the head upstairs where we have her stored for now. And I'm trying to zoom in. You can see that little dongle in her mouth starting to move. It's so difficult to get this sharpened. You can definitely see that little, don't know what it's called in English, but you can see it move. Goes in and out. So the suction works too. It doesn't work as it's described where you have to hold it 3 seconds. So what I can do now is go back to this thing right here and then press the C button for different suction modes. So it has different intervals, I think. And if I want to turn it off, yeah, this is a faster and shorter one. Wow. What a machine. I hope the sounds do work on the video. Okay, now we're off. So you have to toggle the button. So if I press it again, it's going to go back to the first version of the suction. So that's what it's doing now. But if I hold the button, then we turn it off. Same goes for the tongue. If you just press it once, it works. If I want to go further, I press it once. Goes to different options again. And if I want it off, you just hold it. And it's like 1 or 2 seconds actually. Now the heating is B. So I press that once. But I don't have a temperature gauge or anything, so I have no clue if that works, and if I can showcase it. I do think it works, but I've not really tested it, so that's maybe for another video, or for me to find out if I can actually get a temperature gauge going to make it even worthwhile to video it. But you know, everything works really well. I really like this remote. I really like the design. And if you want to fully charge her when she's empty, it actually takes 90 minutes, so that's 1.5 hours. And then a simple test to see if she's off. When you've turned her off, press the buttons. Nothing is happening, so she, you know, she's off. So that's a nice little thing to do. So this has been part 2 of the unboxing, where we actually looked at her electric head with very nice features. Very big shout out again to Jackie from Moondoll, and of course TopFireDoll for making such a cool addition to my collection that I have. And yeah, the electric head is something really cool. So next time you are going to order a doll from Moondoll and you're going to pick out a TopFireDoll, make sure you pick out the electric head with the suction, the auto licking, and the oral heating features. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.